What's up, everyone? Today's the first trading day of January, and unfortunately, it is a red day. So today's going to be a red day recap. I reached a level 4 of frustration in my trades today. You can hear all about it in today's midday market recap. All right, everyone. So today is our first midday market recap for the month of January and for 2018. So, here we are at the beginning of the new year. And today was a little bit of a frustrating day for me. I got off to a really good start with 3 or 4 really pretty solid trades. And then I ended up just getting a little bit too aggressive and then having several losses in a row, which is one of those things that is, for me, really frustrating. It's actually more frustrating to have, I think it was 4 red trades in a row, than it is to lose, $3,800 or whatever it is. So I'll show you my P&L here today. You'll be able to see where I'm at. So giving back some of my profit from, Friday. I can't even remember how much I made on Friday. Let's see. I finished on Friday with it was actually $4,000. So I just gave back $4,000, which was basically Friday's profit. So that's only one day back, right? So, several steps forward, one step back. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit annoying. So anyways, you can see here the trades that I took. So very first trade out of the gates was BURG. And this is one that was gapping up this morning. We had news on it. And it was moving up, cryptocurrency, sympathy, all that stuff. So on this one, right out of the gates, I was watching it for a possible pop over the pre-market pivot, which I thought was going to be on the 1-minute chart right around 440. So we were kind of selling off, and then we popped up. We dropped down a little bit. And I thought if we could break over that level, that we would then start to move back up. So my very first trade was long 5,000 shares at 431. It pops up to 447. I sold a quarter. It drops down to 442. I sell more, and I guess I sold the rest at 433. I then get back in at 450, selling at 453, 454, adding back at 450 again, a third time, selling at 467, 463, adding back at 475, 468, selling at 497 and 484. High of day was 514. So, on this one, I was kind of trading in and out of that range, got back in at 493, 499, or something like that, sold at 499, sold a little more at 512. So actually sold 2 cents off high of day, which is not bad. But, getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. And I managed to make about $2,100 profit on the name. So overall, that was fine. And then my next trade was LTEA. And I jumped into this with 8,000 shares at 698. It's halted. And it resumes and squeezes all the way up to a high of 765. So you might wonder, well, how did I manage to make only $188 on this trade? So I was in, it's halted, it squeezes up, it taps 750. And what I decided to do was I sold at 738 and 740, most of my position. And then I got back in at... I got back in. Oh, and actually I sold some all the way down at 688 because it dropped down. And then as it popped back up, I got back in at 744 and then stopped out at 675. So I went from being up $2,000, $2,500, and then I gave it back on that trade. So that was my first red trade of the day, losing $2,100 or so on LTEA. So I gave back most of my profit, minus $188. So that was frustrating. And you can see it came all the way back down here to 6, and it was not clean at all. So that was frustrating. Then I got into CHCI, and on this one, I got in high. I thought it was going to tap $4. I got in at 371. As you can see, I ended up stopping out at 319. You know, it popped up here. It tapped 390. It couldn't get over that level, and then it dropped all the way down here to 273. I mean, it dropped a full dollar per share. So on that one, I lost $2,600. And so at that point, I went from being up $2,400 on the day to down $270. And I thought, okay, I'm down $270. You know, should I just stop trading or should I look for another opportunity? I saw SGRP hit the scanner, and it was kind of like CHCI, sort of looked similar to the way that one looked when it first hit the scanner, so I jumped in it. And you can see here, this was a total fake out. It ended up dropping further down than it started. It went from 30 to 49 and then all the way back down to 16. So I lost $700 on that. And so at that point, after these 4 trades, I was down $980. So now I've got 2 losses in a row. 3 losses in a row. LTEA, CHCI, and SGRP. And, you know, at that point, I should have just walked away because I was starting to feel frustrated. You know, having 3 losses in a row and giving back your whole day of profit is really frustrating. And I took one last trade, and that was on MTP. This one also squeezed up, got halted. I got in after the halt, and you can see here, I got in at 63, 62, 63. I got a little slippage on my entry, and then it came all the way back down to 210. I stopped out at 206 and lost $2,800 on that one. So that was the 4th loss in a row. And, you know, at that point, I was just like, I'm done for the day. I'm just feeling really frustrated. And, you know, I've had days where I lost more than $3,800 and I didn't feel frustrated at all because I just felt like, you know, I got into something and I stopped out right away and it just was a big loss, but whatever. Today, I felt really frustrated, and I think it's for a couple reasons. I felt frustrated, number one, because I had my daily goal. I was up $2,000 and I gave it away. So number one, I had it and I gave it away. That's really frustrating. Number two, I was wrong on 4 trades in a row, which just at a certain point gets very frustrating by itself. And number three, 3 of those 4 losses were big losses because I got caught in stocks that were really extended right at the tipping point, and then they had that big drop. So, you know, today's a day where I wish that, you know, I really wish that I just said, I'm down $265. I'm just going to be done trading for the day. I'm just done. Because the very fact that I had my daily goal and I gave the whole thing back, how many days do you think I've had my daily goal, gave the whole thing back, and then went back to being at the daily goal? Versus how many days I did something like this, where I went back to break even, and then I just went further into the red. I just wish that I had just walked away. And so I'm frustrated, number 4, with myself for continuing trading, even though it was choppy. And I should have just walked away. So I'm really frustrated. I hate starting a month in the red. I hate starting the year in the red. So now I'm in the red on the year, whatever. It's the first day, and $3,800. The big picture is the money really it's not even the money that's as much of an issue, because it's only giving back 1 day of profit. It gave back the profit from Friday. It's more of the frustration of those 4 points that has me a little irritated. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. And we had an amazing month last month, $84,000 in profit in December. And, you know, this is a different start to 2018 than I had for 2017. But just a reminder that you've got to stay focused. And I should have been scaling down on my share size as I got further into the day, not increasing my size. And so that was a mistake. And today I just wasn't as focused and wasn't as disciplined as I should have been. And maybe it's being kind of, you know, whatever, a little lackadaisical after coming back from a 3-day weekend and just not as focused today. So the market will always remind you, if you're not focused, that you've got to get focused. So tomorrow we'll be back at it, and my account is in the small range. I'm at $35,000 this morning. I'll be at 31,000 tomorrow. So I'm really got to be very smart. I can't have multiple days like this, or I'm going to go below the PDT level. I've got to get myself back into the green and dig my way out. So I really congratulate those of you that made your $2,000 on BURG and walked away. I know John L10, he's up $3,600 today. You know why? It's because he took his profit on LTEA, and then he didn't trade this crap. Or actually, he might have traded CCHI and made a little money on it, but he didn't chase them so high as I did. So, that's being a little too aggressive and not following your rules can really quickly put you on the other side of the P&L line. So anyways, that's where we're at here today. Not the way I was hoping to start the month, but we'll get back at it, first thing tomorrow morning, and hopefully we'll have a couple of really good trades in the morning. The first couple trades, are the ones that are most important. So hopefully we'll have a couple of good ones to start the day tomorrow. All right. So anyways, that's it for me, and I'll see all of you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Well, I was just working on the dream board for my next home run trade. Hopefully it comes soon. Until then, make sure you subscribe to get email alerts anytime I go live or upload new videos. Until then, happy surfing